Well, while many of us go into hibernation mode during the winter and stay bundled up inside, a group of students at YSU have been doing actually just the opposite.
I got the chance to meet a really cool group of students. The Youngstown Environmental Sustainability Society has been working outside in the elements, in the cold, to renovate the campus rain garden.
Pretty cool.
I caught up with them to see why this is not only such an important project, but how it could be impacting the water that you're drinking.
Along University Plaza is what looks like an empty lot to most people, but this is actually the campus rain garden.
The big goal with the rain garden is to make sure that all the runoff coming from this parking lot behind us, the rain garden is supposed to filter out some of that pollution.
But because of how it was originally built, it wasn't doing that correctly.
What you're supposed to do is have different layers of different soil types like gravel in there to help the rainwater filtrate slower. But what they did was they just piled up a bunch of dirt and kind of set it in here. So it's just like a big mud pit.
All of the pollutants from the parking lot, like salt, antifreeze, and oil, was just going into the groundwater system.
So that can end up in people's drinking water sources, like if you have a well, or if this ends up in a meander reservoir.
The group has been working to fix the rain garden without digging the whole thing out. They've already brought in rocks that will slow down how fast the rainwater comes in.
It took us about 6 truckloads of rocks to get all this here. Doesn't look like too much, but it was 4 different work days and a lot of manpower just to move everything from like an hour away to get back here.
In the spring, they will be adding plants that will help filter the rainwater that comes in before going into the groundwater system. The final step is to put up a sign in front of the garden to educate students and the Youngstown community about what a rain garden does and hopefully encourage others to create their own.
Now that's pretty cool, and making the most of the crappy weather sometimes, but how are they able to pay for that?
So they said a lot of their stuff has come just from donations, but they are working on applying for a grant to kind of help fund some other things for the project. So just a group of kids that really love the environment and want to work on it here locally.